Is it visible?
No, yeah, it's coming up now. Yes, yeah, we
Yes,
can
sir.
see that now.
Yes, sir.
You
So
could make it
we
full
have a,
screen.
yes, sir, sure, sir.
Uh, yeah, that would make it a little more clearer. Yeah,
Now it's okay, sir.
yeah, yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So just what I'm advising you is, sir, just mark all your questions in a note, okay, or you can mark your questions, okay. End of the session, we have some 5-10 minutes time. You can ask your doubts, okay. I'll run you to the presentation, okay. Along with me, one
Yeah,
of my colleagues is there. One of my colleagues, Santosh, team is Santosh Dagula. His name is also Santosh. His name is Santosh Dagula. Okay, he is also having a very
uh-huh.
rich experience in insurance industry. So he will present the presentation now, sir.
All right, sir. All right, and the
Uh,
participants
Thank you,
are
sir.
requested to put in their questions in the chat box towards, and we will address every single question at the end of the session where we have about 15 minutes time, dedicated to that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is Santosh Dagula. So, as Santosh Balaji rightly said, in everyday news, you are seeing cyber attacks, and every company is having, a threat of cyber attack happening, and there is a chance that you might incur a set of expenses, so which will hit your balance sheet. Okay, so that's where the cyber insurance product will come. So if you see why cyber insurance, it will see, like any other insurance in cyber also, you will be incurring, when a cyber incident happens, you will incur set of expenses, where you have to uh, uh, sorry again, so where you have to incur set of expenses, and then you can bring back the systems to normalcy. So these days, the cyber attacks are, the frequency is more. So if you see, Infosys was had a cyber attack incident, and if you see pharma companies, Granules had an incident. If you talk about power industry, Tata Power had a cyber attack, and any company, any industry, whether you are a big firm or a small firm, or which industry you might be in, so you are prone to incidents of cyber attacks. So, and one more thing is, this is a topmost global risk at the moment. See, for example, World Economic Forum, every year they will release top risks within India. I'm sorry, within globe. So then every year from last 5 years, cyber attack has become, one of the top risks. Sometimes it used to come as a top risk, I mean, first top risk, and then in some cases, maybe third or fourth risk. So that will tell the, the imminent threat that the companies are having. And also, like I have told, it is not about the size of the industry. It is not about the company, what they do. It is about, if you are connected in the internet, and if you are using systems, you are having threat of cyber attacks for sure. And then, when a cyber attack happened, there will be a liability also, right? It's not just that the losses you incur as a entity, then about the clients of yours, or the legal environment that you are having in the country you are operating. For example, in India, we have our legal ecosystem. That is one thing. And if you go to Europe, then there is a GDPR. And if you go to America, then there is HIPAA regulations. So likewise, legally also, the countries are evolved, and in every jurisdiction has their own set of rules and regulations. So if there is a cyber attack happened, then you are liable to handle the crisis coming from the that particular governments also, the set of rules and regulations. And as always, the client's data that you are holding is like a precious thing, and if there is a cyber breach, then that the data will be at stake. They have all the rights to file a legal suit against you. And that is one thing. At the same time, like any kind of incident, when a cyber attack happen, it will hit your brand reputation, right? I mean, when a cyber attack happened on a IT company, then obviously as a client, for example, just to give an example, for example, uh, just think that there is a cyber attack happened on Bajaj Alliance. So then a customer like me will be thinking twice, right? So recently there is a cyber attack happened there. So this company is not holding the data properly. So then obviously it will be a brand reputation at stake. And then, That's what. And one more thing is, if the company is holding any PII data, I mean personal identifiable information, personal health information, payment card information. So all those also one of the critical information, and the legal fines and penalties are huge. Not just in India, outside India, the fines are huge. And at the same time, every third party who got affected because of cyber attack happening on one client. I mean, for example, if Bajaj is a client and cyber attack happened on them, so then Bajaj has crores of clients. So all the clients have the rights to file a legal suit. So all those will be covered. And also, then when a cyber attack happened, then there will be a reduction in profit also, right? For example, there is a cyber attack happened on Infosys. Okay, then what happens is for a week they are not operating in a normal pace that they used to do. So a company like Infosys in a week they might be making a profit of 50 crores. Then 50 crores is lost, right? Maybe 100 crores. So that 100 crores also can be recovered from here. So see, if you see end-to-end 360 degrees exposure when a cyber attack happens, that is getting covered in cyber insurance. That's where, even the corporates are very much interested in buying this policy, because it is helping them to, come back to normalcy quickly. And like we have discussed before, and one more thing is, why are cyber attacks initiated? So obviously cyber attacks are initiated to get the access. For example, I am outside person and I'm a competitor of yours. Okay, then by getting access, I will get to know the business information of yours, and also I will get to know what is your business strategies. That might be one of the person, and then there will be specific hackers. What hackers will do, they will ask for money. I mean, for example, they will do a ransomware attack and they will tell, if you pay me 10 crores, then only I will give you the password to unlock your system. Otherwise, you'll not get the access. If you fail to pay, I will disclose all your information in the public domain. So that is a threat, right? I mean, then that is one kind of motive. And denial of service. For example, if there is a cyber attack happening, then you will not be able to assist your clients. You will not be able to operate in a normal pace, which leads to your clients' requests are unattended. So obviously through that, the hacker will make money. I mean, then that is one thing. And then there will be sorry, then there will be a scenario where fund transfer fraud happens. For example, you just imagine if finance guy in the company, so he's having access to the funds within the company. He can send, for example, every month he's sending funds to a vendor of the company. And just imagine a hacker got into the system and he changed the vendor bank details without knowledge of the finance guy. So as a process, every time he sends the money to that guy, but in the end, they get to know that, see, these details are replaced. So then what happens? So then the money is lost. So the fund transfer fraud kind of scenario will also happen. So that's what the cyber attacks are initiated to get the access and modify the data, and also to make money out of it, and also to fund transfer frauds might also happen. So this is where, I mean, this is like organized crime these days. I mean, if you ask me, like when we talk about software as a service or platform as a service, SaaS or PaaS models, so these days ransomware as a service also has come as a business into picture. Where, for example, I go to a company. For example, I want to hack one company. What I can do? I will go to a that ransomware company. I mean, this is in dark web. So there is a hacker group will be there. I will go to them and I will tell, see, hack this company and make sure their reputation goes down by hacking. Then what I will do, I will pay them money. So this particular hacker group will provide ransomware as a service. So like you are preparing software, like you are selling a biscuit packet, like you are selling any other product. So hacking thing also has come into a position where they are offering it as a service. So it is available for big firms and small firms, everyone. And like we have discussed, so why cyber insurance, why cyber attacks are initiated? I mean, this is you already knew, but we just want to set the tone. So then that's where cyber insurance will come into picture. When a cyber attack happened, then how will you deal with it, and how you will come back to normalcy with the help of insurance? For example, In property insurance, if there is a damage, you have fire or any other insurance that will help you. And if it is for example, you guys might be, as a corporate, you guys might be buying group medical insurance for your employees. If something happens to personal accident or whatever, or health issue, so that will help your employees. Likewise, when a cyber attack happened on the company, then instead of spending the money from your own pocket, have a policy that will take care of end-to-end expenses. So I'll just explain you how this policy operates and what are the sections. So here the policy is bifurcated into three sections. Section A is third-party liability. Section B is first-party business interruption, and Section C is services. I mean, when a cyber attack happened, what are the services that you might need to handle the crisis? Those are services. So you just remember these three sections. In the next slide, I will be explaining what exactly this means. So let us see. For example, for any incident, there are two parties. One is first party. I mean, the guys like you who buy the policy, and third party will be your clients or government or any other competitor, any third party that will face some losses because of cyber attack happening on you. Okay, so that's what first party is you. Whatever the expenses you incur as a first party, that is one thing. And the second side is whatever the third party liabilities that might arise from your all the third parties. I mean, if they are getting affected, for example, maybe I'm a small customer of yours, maybe you are having a retail customer and you are having his data. When a cyber attack happened, that guy has all the rights to file a legal suit against you. So that is one thing. So third party and first party, you always remember these 2 points. So when let us talk about third party liability, section A. So when a cyber attack happened, then whoever got affected because of the cyber attack happening on you, they have all the rights to file a legal suit against you. Okay, so then let us see cover by cover what exactly this network security claims cover means, privacy breach and data breach cover means, and media liability claims cover means. So network security claims cover is nothing but when a cyber attack happened on the company. So when you are entering into a contract with your clients, you will tell them, right? I mean, we are on cybersecurity, we are of this much standard, and and also there is a breach of confidentiality clause. If there is a breach of confidentiality on the data that being given to you by your client or any of the customers, retail or corporate clients. Okay, so then they have all the rights to file a legal suit against you by telling that you fail to protect your systems and that is impacting us. And at the same time, through your systems, that hacker might enter into your client's environment and they might also get hacked. So then if they trace out that the cyber attack happened on them because of the cyber attack happened on you, I mean, if the hacker has used you as a via or medium, then your client has all the rights to file a legal suit against you by telling that you failed to protect your network, so that has impacted us. So they will file a legal suit against you. Those kind of claims will be covered. And privacy and data breach cover would be, whenever a cyber attack happened, there will be a disclosure of data, right? I mean, for example, you go to a hospital holds PII or PHI data of the clients, I mean, personal health information of the individuals. For example, a hospital is holding a celebrity's information just for the sake of a discussion. Just imagine Salman Khan joined a hospital and he has a disease which will impact his life. Maybe in a year or two, he might be, incurring some kind of illness that which will lead him to not to act further. So then, just imagine a cyber attack happened, and because of the cyber attack, the hacker disclosed that Salman Khan has so and so disease. So then, for next 2 years, his earnings are gone, right? Because people will not hire him, or maybe his earnings might be reduced. So then the scenario here is Salman can come back and sue that hospital and tell that, see, I have come to you by expecting that you maintain that confidentiality about my health, but you failed to protect. So then he has all the rights to file a legal suit by telling that you pay me 10 crore, 20 crore, 5 crore, 1 crore, whatever it is. So all those can be covered here. And media liability claims is nothing but your social media handles. So for example, a hacker got access of your social media handles and posting ill comments or any bad comments about your competitor or government or whoever it may be. See, for the third party who got affected, about whom the postings are done, for them it is irrelevant whether it is done by hacker or someone else. But for them, the company's social media handle is the one where they have the proof that this is done by them. So what they will do, they will tell that they will file a legal suit or ask for compensation. See, you correct this issue, and because of the comments you made, it has hit my reputation or our company reputation, or our sales are down or whatever. So then they might ask for compensation. So that's what, through media, if there is any liability coming on you because of a cyber attack, then that is also covered. And regulatory costs and fines cover. This is one of the important cover, because if you're operating in India or any other jurisdiction, like I have told in the beginning itself, every jurisdiction has uh, their own rules and regulations and their own acts. For example, if any one of you are aware, in India has recently come up with DPDP Act, Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which says you have to process the data within India only. You have to collect the data and process the data within India or the trusted countries of India. And at the same time, if there is a cyber attack happening on you, on the company, you have to report the issue within certain timelines. And you being data fiduciary will be as per DPDP Act, data fiduciary is someone who will uh, handle the data, who will process the data. So the companies like you have to handle the data in such a manner that there should not be any cyber attack. If there is a cyber attack happens, irrespective of whether you are wrong or right, you fail to protect your system, so government will come up with fines and penalties, because they are very much strict about protecting the Indian citizens' data. That's why, if you remember, this particular TikTok app was also banned, because, and some Chinese apps were banned because they were collecting our Indian citizens' data, and that is being misused. I mean, that's what one of the reason why it was blacklisted. They blacklisted the apps, and we cannot use it no more. So likewise, there are fines and penalties under the DPDP Act also, which says almost up to 250 crore or more than 4% of revenue. So yeah, all these fines and penalties can be covered here. So if it is outside India also, for example, you have a subsidiary or you have a operations outside India, and for example, in American jurisdiction or their rules and regulations has levied some fines and penalties because of a cyber attack happened on you, then also this policy will pick up those fines and penalties. And e-payment and contractual penalties is more for this financial institutions who are handling credit card data, payment card information. So PCI DSS cover it is basically. So payment card industry data security standards has their own fines and penalties if there is a breach. So all those e-payment penalties also can be covered here. So if you see here, a third party liability is nothing but when a cyber attack happens, any third party getting affected, they file a legal suit on you, and whatever the expenses you incur in defending your stand by telling that no, this was not intentional one, this was, we did everything, but in the end we had a cyber attack. So you have to defend yourself. That is one thing. And also at the same time, whatever the award given by court of law, that will also be covered. For example, there was a incident where Air India had a breach. Almost some 1 million to 3 million customers' data was breached. So then, see, for example, 30 lakhs people's data was leaked. I mean, the disclosure happened. Then one of the passenger had filed a legal suit against Air India by telling that, see, you failed to protect my personal KYC data or whatever. So you pay me 10 lakhs or 30 lakhs. So that will be a reality in future. See, previously in that case, only one person did, but eventually a person like me and you, everyone has the rights, and as we are evolving legally and everyone is very much aware of their own rights, so people are filing legal suits. So that is the major loss. And also at the same time, like I have told, media liability cover and any fines and penalties levied because of the rules and regulations within the jurisdiction where the cyber attack happened. So if you see here, any third party liability that might arise is getting covered. And then we talk about when you buy the, see, where I'm explaining, I'm telling that the liabilities that might arise because of a cyber attack, that is getting covered. But what about section B? What about first party incurring expenses? First party in the sense, you yourself on your system, if there is a cyber attack, what are the expenses you incur to handle the crisis? So those expenses will be covered under section B and section C. Section B is first party business interruption and crime. So basically here, like I have told before, when a when a cyber attack happened, you might have to voluntarily shut down your systems, or you might have to, operate. For example, if your workforce is able to operate fully 100%, then you are making 10 crore. If your workforce is operating only 50% because you are shutting down your operation in the networks where the hack happened, then you will make only 5 crores, right? So because of a business interruption, when there is a voluntary shutdown or you are not operating in a normal pace, whatever the money, whatever the profit that you lose making, that can be covered here. And there is one more cover, hacker theft cover. Hacker theft cover is nothing but, this is fund transfer fraud, where the in the system the vendor's details are manipulated, and then the finance guy is sending money to wrong person, and then there is a scenario where, you know uh, a by clicking on a fish mail, for example, your employee had clicked on a phishing mail, and money transferred without his knowledge. For example, if there is some kind of mechanism like that, then that also covered. So because of a cyber attack, if there is a if there is a money you lost, then that will be covered under this hacker theft cover. And cyber extortion cover is nothing but, when a ransomware attack happened, he will demand money, right? He will ask for compensation. See, there is a ransomware happened, then your hacker asks money. He will tell that, if you want me to unlock your systems, or if you want me to allow access to you, then you have to pay me 1 crore. So whatever that 1 crore you pay as a ransomware, that will be covered under this policy. Sorry, under this particular cover. So if you see here, both business interruption cover, hacker theft cover, cyber extortion cover, the losses are to the insured only. Losses are to the first party. So you are incurring expenses from your own packet for the losses that are happening to you. But third party liability is where some third party, the affected third party had incurred losses. He is filing a legal suit or asking for compensation. And then let's go to section C. Section C is nothing but, when a cyber incident happened, you will be having set of expenses to handle that crisis. Like Santosh Balaji has told, you have to appoint a forensic expert to know what is the quantum of loss, to what extent the breach happened, to what extent the hacker had access within the network, is he stealing the systems? So, and to analyze how much time it might take to come back to normalcy, whether we need to pay ransomware or not, because sometimes what happens is, some hacker groups ask for ransom, and at the same time they do what they want to do, though they take money. They might not release data because they are not that Vivekananda or some great person. They just play with people around. So they will guide you on how to handle the crisis. And then there will be notification costs that you will incur. For example, Zomato had a cyber attack. For Zomato to inform, they have to publish it in the news, or they have to send a mails to each and every person's data that is being lost, or that is being gone for public disclosure. So all that notification costs also can be covered here. Can be covered here. And then there is a consultant service cover, which is nothing but, you might have to appoint consultants sometimes. For example, I will tell you the scenario. You are in a situation of ransomware attack. So then you have to pay ransomware to that hacker, right? So, but here the catch is, you cannot negotiate like you do with your, a friend or someone. See, those guys are experts. So to handle this, to negotiate here, to get the things done right, so you have to appoint a ransomware consultant. So he will help you throughout the process and tell you how to negotiate, or how to settle the amount, and all those things will be taken care by him. So that is ransomware consultant. And then there will be public relations consultant. Basically PR consultant. PR consultant is nothing but, just imagine there is a cyber attack happened. for 2-3 days, you are seeing the news. For example, Wipro may there is a cyber attack. Okay, then Wipro news will come out in the public for 1 or 2 days, but at later point of time, you will not even know what was the outcome, because there is a PR consultant behind and handle this all media channels, whether it is print or electronic or normal TV channels. So they will manage this in the back end so that the reputation will not be at stake. For example, if you see this Wipro news for 1 week continuously, then obviously the shares will fall down, and the stakeholders, internal external stakeholders, will not be trusting the company much. So to avoid that, you have to appoint a PR consultant. So all those expenses also will be covered here. So if you see the section C services part, this is nothing but when a cyber incident happened, to handle the crisis, whatever the expenses you are incurring, that everything end to end, whatever this, if you tell notification, that will be covered. I mean, if you want to notify to your customers, that will be covered. If you want to notify to regulator, that will be covered. And in this process, you have to appoint a lawyer, legal counsel. Okay, so to see, just randomly you cannot send that we were incurred with a cyber, had we had a cyber attack incident. You have to put it in a public platform with a proper legal lingo, so that there is no liability in future coming on you. So you need a guidance of legal counsel, how you need to report it to government. If you are regulated by any body, then to the regulator, to the clients, to the large corporate clients, or the corporate clients, how you need to report, how you need to notify. You have to inform them in a legal language, so that you will not be having much repercussion. So that will be done by legal counsel. So all these services that you need when a cyber attack happened, so that will be covered under this policy. So if you see section A, B, C here, you are covering everything. Everything. See, there are exclusions like any other policy in this insurance policy also. But then again, if you see from the point of view of exposure, so everything is covered, whether it is third party that is incurring losses, they filing a legal suit, that will be covered. Whether it is regulator that want to ask for explanation or charging you with some fines and penalties, that will be covered. That is court of law, giving some award, that will be covered. And as a first party, whatever the expenses you incur in handle the crisis and availing the services to, bring back the systems to normalcy, that will be covered. And because of a cyber attack, if there is a business interruption, that is also covered. And because of a cyber attack, if there is a fund transfer fraud incident that is happening, that is also covered. And ransomware that you pay to a hacker in a situation where you cannot even see, the scenario would be where you will pay ransomware is, see, the forensic expert has come and he tried his the best of the thing that he can do, but he is unable to crack the code, or he is unable to sanitize the systems in the network. Then you might have to pay the ransomware. In such scenario, whatever the ransomware amount that you are paying, that also can be recovered here. So if you see end to end, most of it will be covered under this policy. So basically this is the summary. So remaining everything is an explanation. Sir, in this particular slide, if any one of you have any doubts, just let me know, so we can discuss here itself, because the later slides is more of explanation or extension of what I have explained. But otherwise, this is the crisp of the policy, or the summary of the policy. Anyone, any basic doubts, anything? Yeah.
Okay, if there are any clarifications or questions from the participants specific to this particular slide that Mr. Santosh has explained,
yes, sir,
kindly
because
go ahead.
this is the gist of the policy. Wherever you feel, for example, you might have had any incident, or you might heard of some incidents that impacted you, or that you are worried of, whether it will be covered or not in this policy. How, and later we'll explain, I mean, how exactly it will help you further.
You can chat.
What, sir?
Just
If there is something in chat box, just read it out.
no questions as yet from the chat box. Participants could put in your questions in the chat box if you have any specific doubts or something that you want to clarify. I guess Mr. Santosh's explanations have been pretty crystal clear, and that's a nice thing.
Nice to hear, sir. But then there is also other side. Maybe, but yeah. But I hope I
Okay,
was able to
so there is,
explain better. Yeah.
yep,
Yes, sir.
there is one question that has come up from Mr. Sunil. This coverage discussed only for corporate. How about individuals? Is there something specific to individual, or does this also, whatever you have explained on the
So
corporate front, works the same way for individuals?
yes, sir. Same way for individual also. So as you are aware, we have cyber care product for individual as well.
Mhm.
So how it operates? See, when we are talking here, it is more of corporate slide. But then again, same thing will applicable for an individual also. For example,
Okay.
fund transfer fraud that we are talking about, and for example, social media these days, people are active on social media. For example, I will tell you the scenario. See, without any ill intention or anything, I have shared my views on Twitter just for the sake of this thing. See, that might
Mhm.
hurt someone's comments.
Mhm.
Someone's feelings. Okay, maybe I'm talking about some religion, something. Then the other opposite religion person might get, hurt off my comments. I mean, I had no intention, but then again, it might hurt his feelings. So he might file a legal suit against me by telling Santosh Daggula has posted some comment, and it is hurting my religious sentiments. So he should say sorry, or he should pay this much money, whatever. So
Right.
in such scenario, when someone is hurt because of your social media handle activities, then that will be covered. You have to defend yourself, right? That will be covered. That
Yes.
expenses will be covered. And at the same time, just imagine a scenario where here hacker hacked your systems, and he is posting bad comments about a celebrity, and on an actress's pic, he's posting some malicious comments or maybe vulgar comments. So then
Mhm.
that actress will file a, see, we are seeing right in the news that one actress goes
Correct.
to cybercrime department and give the list of names who is posting bad comments about her body or whatever. I mean, in a not just about this thing, but then again in any sense. So then if it is through my account, I have to prove it, right? See, I didn't do this. Someone hacked my account, and because of that, it happened. To prove this entire thing in court of law or in our particular, the government jurisdictions may, you have to incur set of expenses. You might have to appoint a individual lawyer, and you might have to come up with a proof. So all these expenses, whatever you incur to prove your innocence, that will be covered in the individual policy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
likewise, so I mean, these days people are buying also because, see, these days, I mean, it's not that your debit card that also impacts. You might be having some 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs of credit card limit. Just
Mhm.
imagine you have not customized restrict the limits of online usage or withdrawal or whatever, then that 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs might be gone. So we have paid few such claims where fund transfer fraud are more frequent. And if you talk about individual frauds, so online shopping also, there will be a scenario where you, instead of paying for Flipkart, you have entered into a, see, for example, Flipkart is trusted platform, Amazon is trusted platform. You are paying for a goods of worth 10,000 and you will get it. You are assured about it. For example, sometimes you see scenario where you are not going clicking. You are see YouTube. Where there is advertisement which is tempting you. It is like a AC will come for 60,000 and it says in 20,000 I will give you AC, and you will click on that link, and it make you so trustworthy that if you pay me right now, you will get it in 15,000 instead of 20,000. So then what I will do with that urge of getting it at low price, I will go to that link and I will pay. But the thing is, in a real scenario, they are a fraud. So you will never get that AC delivered to your home. Your 15,000 is lost. So in the scenario where you paid money to some malicious website or any fraud website, so that money also can be recovered under cyber individual policy. For example, there is a OLX fraud also where you pay money to a person, and in the end he doesn't deliver you product. So that also will be covered under this policy. Likewise, there are so many other coverages. The major coverage we see claims is this fund transfer fraud, sir, where I have my money is my money in my app, my bank, but at some day I'm clicking on a SMS link, and then I go to some other website or something, then I click there and my money is lost. And where these days senior citizens are, for example, they in WhatsApp they will get a link and they will click on that, money will be gone. And instead of scanning something, they will send a scanner of some pic, and they scan, they will send money to some other person. So all those individual financial losses that might be happening, that also will be covered here. And see, cyber individual insurance, it is taking bit time, sir, but we are seeing the demand. When a person with a good amount of money, or I will not say not even huge, this amount of money in his bank account, and the beauty here is you can buy for 10 lakhs of limit also, which will cost you some 500, 1000 rupees, and you can buy a policy of 1 crore also, which can cost you 5000 or 10,000 basis the covers you are choosing. So that's what, sir. That is individual cyber. But in corporate cyber, these are the major coverages. And I will take you to. So that's what, sir. When I talked about Section A, third-party liability, where privacy and data breach is happening, and then the affected parties filing a legal suit against you, then you are paying money. So this is privacy breach cover. And then network security claims, where you fail to protect your networks, and then your clients filing a legal suit or asking for compensation, or making you the person making you responsible for the attack happened on them. So then that scenario also will be covered. And whatever your publications are broadcasting on your social media or any digital media content, uh, you know and because of a cyber attack, if it is posted in a negative sense, then all the liabilities that will be covered. And I have told regulatory cost, fines, and cover. Hello, sir. Anyone speaking?
Yeah, Mr. Santosh,
Yeah.
there are a few more questions that have come up in the chat box.
Please, sir.
So
Please
there
read
is,
it out.
yeah, so there is somebody, CBM, from CBM, asking, do you have a list of IT auditors you recommend?
So we don't have any specifics, sir. So we have tie-up actually. So I mean, for example, when you buy a cyber insurance policy, the beauty is, see, you need not to worry about these tie-ups. Which one is, sorry, which auditor, which forensic expert I have to appoint, which legal counsel I have to approach, which crisis response consultant I have to approach, which ransomware consultant I have to approach. See, when an incident happened, it is first of its kind incident for any company when it is happening on that company. Okay. But then a company like Bajaj Allianz, we day in and out, we handle with such kind of incidents. Maybe we might have settled almost 100 to 200 claims. So we might have seen almost 500 incidents, notifications. I'm not talking about claims, sorry, claim payments. We might have seen, 100 to 500 incidents notifications. So then what we do is, to handle such kind of incident, we will have pre-set up tie-ups. Okay, all these consultants, legal counsels we are speaking, right? All these guys will be in our network, and we pay them on a regular basis. And as soon as the incident happened, you need not to worry. You just tell it to our basket option, and then they will inform us without delaying. We will respond, because here the thing is, see, the time is money in cyber attack. When a cyber attack incident happened, we will act as much as responsibly as much as you act, because the more we delay, the more we talk about whether this claim will be paid or not. If I delay, tomorrow I will end up paying 1 crore more, because I have wasted time in discussing. So in at Bajic, what we do is, whenever there is a cyber attack happened, once the consultants informs us, so we will not delay further. As soon as you inform us, the consultants will come into action to guide you throughout the process of how to bring back the systems to normalcy, and how to disclose the information to outside world. So here, sir, when So when you have an insurance policy, why I'm telling this is, when you have an insurance policy, you need not even to worry about whom I need to appoint. But in a typical sense, to comment on who the list of vendors whom you should prefer, I think we will not be the right persons. But we see Ariti more being active, and Deloitte is more being active, and KPMG is more being active when we see some incidents. But I mean, then you have to, I mean, when you talk about who is the best in their domain, then you have to check with your peers and this thing. But at Bajikto, we have these tie-ups.
So, Mr. Santosh,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to know, I mean, is there more of slides to be shown and more to be explained in the presentation that you're doing?
No, no. On this particular forensic expert, though, we don't have any slide.
Is there anything else and anything more that you need to share and explain?
Oh,
So
wait.
the reason I'm asking is,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then you could finish it and then we could have the question and answer session happening, right?
Acha, acha. So, how much time we have, sir, now further? Accordingly, I will.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
half an hour, that's okay. Another
Okay,
half an
sir.
hour.
Yeah. 20 minutes, half an hour, I'll wrap it up. So,
Yeah.
see, already I have explained all the coverages. So, there is
Okay.
no need. So, each slide has some explanation. I thought I'll just make you go through this. So, if you see third party and first party mail, like I have told, business interruption, these costs are covered, and hacker theft, fund transfer fraud, and ransomware related cover is covered, and services may public relationship expenses, and forensic expert costs, all this will be covered. And there are some, see, while I am explaining the coverages, then there are additions, like in your uh, car vehicle policy, like your health policy, you will pay extra amount to get some more coverages, right? Likewise, in this policy also, we have, I mean, additionally we don't charge, and uh, additionally we don't charge, but anyhow, these are the some additional coverages are there, where reward to informant endorsement is nothing but when there is a cyber attack scenario, if someone helps you in identifying the hacker, or helps you in knowing who did this fraud or something, and it is easy for you to handle the crisis, right? So then we'll pay them some reward. That reward can also be recovered here. And data restoration costs, whatever the see, for example, if there is a cyber attack happened, then your data will be altered or modified or lost. So then for you to restore the data, you will incur some set of expenses, right? That expenses also will be covered here. And e-communication loss is where some hacker, by impersonating you, asking your bank to make the payment to someone, and your bank end up paying that money to someone, and then also this particular policy can be triggered through e-communication loss. So here, the hacker communicated to your bank through your networks, and bank ended up paying the money, and in the end they will tell, no, you only told us to pay, then they will not pay you back the money. So whether you tell, I didn't inform you to do this, but then also the money is lost. So those money also can be recovered here. And the psychological support expenses is nothing but, see, when a cyber attack kind of scenario happened, the set of people who are involved there, finance guys or cyber team guys, I mean IT team, the top management who is running the company, 24/7 they will be on this issue, in and out, and they will be going through so much of mental stress and pressure to handle the crisis. So after a period of time, there will be a scenario where they are so much stressful that they are unable to concentrate on their daily life or handle the situation that they are I mean, they handle the situations at work. So then there will be a scenario where you might be need to consult a psychological. You might be needing some psychological support to to boost yourself. Then whatever the expenses you incur to visit that psychological consultant, and all these expenses that is incidental to that will be covered under this policy. These are add-ons, sir. Uh, when you talk about the soul of the policy, when you talk about the main coverages is 360 degrees exposure, first party, third party, and the services you incur, everything will be covered. And these are the few more add-ons. And then, like any other policy, here also we have exclusions. Something is like dishonest and improper conduct exclusion, where the management themselves dishonest and somehow the cyber attack happened, and then if they are involved in the cyber attack incident, so then we cannot help. I mean, the policy will not trigger because the top management itself involved in the cyber fraud means, I mean, this policy will not trigger. But normal employees involved in cyber fraud, then this policy will trigger. So the dishonest acts of top management will not be covered here. And bodily injury and property damage exclusion, which says when there is a bodily injury or property damage happening because of a cyber attack, that will not be covered here. And prior claims and circumstances. So in any other policy, whatever the claims or losses that you had before buying the policy, that will not be covered here. And trade secrets and intellectual property. So here the thing is, whenever there is a your own trade secrets and intellectual property is lost because of a cyber attack, then that will not be covered here. So here the thing is that trade secrets and intellectual property is kind of the major core of the company, so that will not be covered here. And unauthorized collection of data, which is nothing but when you see you are authorized to collect my data, then it is okay. But without the permission of that particular individual or the company, if you steal some data and you collected some data, then that cannot be covered here. And antitrust and basically antitrust violation, basically. So whenever there is a situation where you hacking someone, so this is generic exclusion. I mean, I would not even say, I mean, whenever you are involved in hacking, and then if there is a legal suit on you, that will not be covered, because here the thing is antitrust violation, right? I mean, so basically this is like criminal act, so that is anyhow not covered. So that's what. And wear and tear, design failure, and untested programs. So whenever any systems over a period of time, for example, there will be a scenario where a system is supposed to be used for 5 years, and it is after 5 years it will become legacy system. And you are, see, for example, these days Apple tells that Apple 5 or 6 you should that is not relevant, you should not use. But if you still use and on the system on that Apple 5 or 6, if there is a cyber attack, then this policy will not pick up the claims. And untested programs, which means wherever the programs are not ready, without testing, if you are using them within the company, and then see, basically this is coming from the point of sheer negligence. When you know something is not right, and if you don't act responsible, as if you don't act responsibly, and then not just this policy, any insurance policy will not help. So that's what. And some other exclusions are terrorist acts, pollution. So these are generic exclusions in any other policy. And when you talk about Bajaj cyber insurance policy, so these are the highlights of the policy, sir. Response costs, the service costs, section C is covered up to full limit in our policy, and the PCI DSS cover for financial institutions, that is also inbuilt cover for us. And in business interruption also, we have broader definition where not just cyber attack, but a technical failure scenario that leading to cyber that leading to business interruption, that is also covered. And for few, hacker theft is a add-on cover, but in our policy, by default, we offer this particular cover. And crisis communication and consultant cover is also covered within the policy. And so that's what. So basically, what we tried explaining in this slide is what are the key features in our policy. But this is nothing but the repetition of what I have explained in the beginning. All those coverages, what I have explained, is already very much present in our form, I mean, in our policy wordings. And then we have some examples of, where there is a cyber attack happened on Dr. Reddy's laboratories. They have almost incurred 30 to 40 crore loss. So that is also an incident where, but Dr. Reddy's had a cyber policy. They have recovered the money. That is good thing about them. And then there is one Knox Hydro. These are a bit old examples. Then there is a cyber attack on them, and they are aluminum manufacturer, and then they had to. So see, whenever you are involved in manufacturing, whenever you are involved in some kind of uh, critical operations, maybe financial institutions, maybe healthcare, manufacturing, healthcare, or these banks or these things. When there is a cyber attack, you will shut down your operations. Then the large quantum is the business interruption that's going to happen. See, forensic costs you might incur maybe 4 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore. This is the quantum of loss. But the business interruption loss for the industries I have mentioned is huge. So we had a client in Hyderabad. They are a pharma company, and there is a cyber attack happened on them. So then the business interruption triggered. They have almost, the business interruption loss is almost 120 crore. Just imagine, I mean, the company is big, almost 2,000, 3,000 crore company. And for 1 month, they were not operating normally. So it made them incur 120 crore loss. That's what. So that is one thing. And then again, Renault Nissan Pe also there was a cyber attack. And then they have, see here, like I have told in manufacturing, more than forensic expenses, it will be your business interruption losses that will trigger more. So here also it was covered. And the package in an Australian aerospace component manufacturer, there also there was a system where, in that attack, there is a fund transfer fraud. Almost they transferred $55.8 million. So that was also, we don't know whether they had a policy or not because it was outside India. So that's what. So if you see, there is a ransomware attack, there is a fund transfer fraud incident. So this has become a regular scenario where a company is getting affected with cyber attack, and then ransomware cover will trigger, then business interruption cover will trigger, and if there is a fund transfer fraud, then fund transfer fraud cover will trigger. And then to handle the crisis, you have to avail set of services to handle the crisis. So all those things also will be covered here. And this is one of the major things, sir. So previously, in cyber insurance, it is used to be you just share proposal form and then we used to give terms. But now, post pandemic, as you're aware, during and post pandemic, the cyber incidents have become more because work from home scenario has become a regular thing. Just imagine a industry like insurance, we never thought of work from home. During pandemic we did, and few people are still continuing, and hybrid basis also because of this work from home kind of scenario, or whatever the repercussions of the digital economy that we are seeing. So there are more cyber attacks that are happening. The frequency is more, the quantum of losses is also more. So then at some point of time, insurance companies like us, Bajik was also at some kind of in confusion how to write a cyber insurance policy. Then after too much of discussion, I mean, within the industry, I mean, entire globe says. So then people have started preparing different set of questionnaires to understand cyber resilience posture of the client. So now what we do is we will ask for cyber proposal form, and there is a cyber questionnaire that will be asked you to fill. You have to take it up with your IT team. Only your IT team can fill. For example, we talk about your network structure. We talk about your business continuity plan structure. We talk about do you have security operations center? Do you have firewalls? Do you have next gen firewall? Do you have extended do you have XDR or EDR, SIM, SOC? So this is a typical IT lingo. Only they can answer. So you have to share that questionnaire with them. And in addition to that questionnaire, if you are ISO certified, that certifications also will help. And I mean, if you have, then share. Otherwise, just filling the questionnaire is enough. And if you have already IT security policy and business continuity plan, then that will also be a good help. So why we are asking all this information is, when we are writing a cyber policy, when you are issuing a cyber policy, we want to double check how responsible is the client. If they are, see, at the end of the day, when we expect to pay a claim, when there is an incident and there is a, you will be incurring expenses that will be covered under the policy. But for us as an insurer, we should be sure that, see, this client is protecting their network properly. But see, nevertheless, how much secure you might be, there is no guarantee that you will not be incurring, you will not be affected with cyber attack. So then, we are checking just for making sure that the risk is good, and if tomorrow cyber attack happens, then we are okay. But without doing that risk analysis, we don't want to accept the risk. That's why there is a separate questionnaire. And then at Bagic also, we have separate cyber practice team. We have hired cyber practice lead within the company, and she was ex IBM and TCS. So she is building our practice here, and we have set up 3 people who will support in calls with clients. And if there is sometimes what happens is, whenever you come to us with your information, if she sees some suggestions which we can give with your due permission, we can give some kind of improvement suggestions also. That also can be done. So basically, when you approach cyber through when you approach Bajaj through Basket, then we make sure that along with insurance, we will give you some kind of security improvements also, which can help you in handling the cyber attacks, or which will help you in avoiding the cyber attacks. So that's what from my side, sir. So you let us know how to, if you want us to discuss further or whatever.
Mr. Santosh, thank you so much. That was a very informative session. You have gone into detail and also kind of given us, specific case studies. You have gone ahead and
Yes, sir.
explained things on how it has actually worked. I'm pretty sure the participants would have, gotten a lot of information and clarity on what cyber insurance is all about, and how it works, and why they should be, looking at it if they are considering one for their own organizations too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So what I thought was, just before we get on to the question answer session, I would like to show or play a small video about Basket Option Insure.
Yes, sir. Please, please, please.
Vibrant land of India where diversity blooms and cultures thrive, there's a silent challenge that often goes unnoticed: the complexity of financial management. Amidst the hustle and bustle, many remain unaware or confused about managing their finances effectively. Life is unpredictable, and in the absence of proper awareness and financial planning, these uncertainties can lead to significant distress. But imagine a safety net that cushions you from the financial impacts of these unforeseen events. That safety net is insurance. Frequently overlooked and undervalued, insurance plays an essential role in safeguarding your financial well-being, nurturing your aspirations, and fortifying your loved one's future amidst life's unpredictable events. Enter BasketOption.Insure, your trusted partner in navigating through the complexities of insurance, ensuring you are always covered, no matter what life throws your way. With 18 years of dedicated service and a team of industry experts boasting over 50 years of collective experience, we at BasketOption.Insure have positively impacted the lives of over 2 lakh individuals, corporates, MSMEs, and startups. Our claim settlement ratio of 98% speaks volumes about our commitment to our clients. Our vision is clear: to become India's largest insurance portfolio management company. But our mission is what drives us every day: to serve you, to protect you, and to ensure that when unforeseen events occur, you're ready. At BasketOption.Insure, we believe in building a safer, more secure future for the nation. With our expertise, experience, and unwavering dedication, we're not just your insurance portfolio managers, we're your partners in protection. Let's navigate the uncertainties of life together. Ensuring happiness, ensuring tomorrow with BasketOption.Insure.
So that was a small clip on BasketOption.Insure. We have a few questions already in the chat box, so we could continue with them. There is a question from Mr. Mohammad Afroz. He asks, "Dear sir, in this insurance, isn't there a possibility that many customers could actually commit fraud, knowing that there is a cover that can take care of such frauds being committed? I mean, how does this work? Is it something that actually is there to help somebody who has got into a situation where a fraud has been committed, or does it actually encourage fraudsters to commit fraud?"
Mm, which one you are referring to, sir? I'm also
In the chat box, there is a question from Mr. Mohammad Afroz. Just after that question about the IT auditors you spoke about.
so see, many customers can do fraud from whose point of view, sir? I mean, I didn't get it actually.
See, from what I understood from the participant is that what he says is that when people know that there is an insurance that can cover and take care of one's what shall I say uh,
So
risks.
they will be negligent. That he meant. I mean, they will be negligent and they might do fraud wantedly
Possible.
and
Yes.
recover money. So see,
Yes.
sir, see how intelligent the customer might be. See, we were telling na, that forensic expert will be there. They
Correct.
will get to know. I mean, the entire chain of events or sequence of events can be understood. Like I
Absolutely.
have told, if it is an employee, it's okay. In the exclusion also, there is a dishonest act exclusion. When the management themselves does the fraud, and this policy will not help them. And see, until it is proved, they are covered. But if it is proved that they did a fraud, then the insurance will stop paying further.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there is a question from Mr. Devakumar. What are the claim procedures? That's what he's asking. If in specifically to cyber insurance.
Yes, sir. So the claim procedure would be, sir, first it will be one basket that will be assisting the client for sure. So once you get into action, once you report us the incident, we will go in tandem where you and we sit and discuss. For example, that forensic expert too, once you inform us, so we will appoint the best forensic expert in the field, and then they will they will charge as a bill. Then that we will pay that. That is one thing. And then whatever the network tie-ups we have, where we can, we will pay them on our own. I mean, you need not to prove that I have paid this much, I have paid that much. That is okay. But what if you have appointed all these consultants on your own by taking our prior consent? In that scenario, what happens is either you pay first and then we reimburse, or either we directly pay to them from Bajaj account. That is one thing. Okay. And then there is a fund transfer fraud kind of scenario. Then there will be a surveyor, or this ethical hacker kind of people will be appointed to know how the event has happened, whether it is a fraud incident or whether it is a genuine kind of scenario. For each claim, while we appoint our surveyor, or this thing. 1 minute, Santosh wants to add something.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir. So I'll explain you with a classic example. Okay. So one of the big chain of food industry, that is okay. Okay, there is it's our own client. There is a cyber attack happened. Okay, so they immediately informed us. Okay, so we appointed our own forensic agent. So we are in discussion with the hackers. Okay, so they stolen around close to 50, they said to some 25,000 data, which has customer name, data of birth, credit card information, everything. They informed. Just single mail has come. So it's not like just like immediately we will not pay the claim. So our forensic agent will repeatedly verify complete details. Okay, they used to negotiate with the hackers. It will not happen 1 or 2 days. Okay, they will see. They have to understand what data they have. They under concrete information. Yes, the hacker had got all the critical information. Then only we pay the ransom amount. Okay, until otherwise, there's no critical information went there. So in this case, what happened? Initially, they said the critical information, like credit card details, everything is there. But one fine day, we come. To, I think after 10 or 20 days discussion, we come to know that they nothing they have. Only they have name, data, but not with the name, data, nothing going to happen. Okay, but still, we didn't pay any ransomware claim. We didn't pay the claim, but still we paid the consultant claim. So where the consultant negotiated with the one of the hacker in somewhere in African countries. Okay, so per hour, I assume we almost we discussed around 120 hours with the hacker. Per hour, they charge $5,000. So this we have to pay to the from the insurance company to the ethical hacker, the forensic agent. Okay, so claim process nothing but just once a claim, if you feel something fishy in your system, immediately you have to inform us. Okay, you can mitigate from with your own IT. You can mitigate, but still immediately appoint our our IT expert. They will immediately take a control of the system. This is what it is.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I would like to have a question over here. Like, these are the cyber policies which will be protecting the corporates and the industries.
Yeah.
But according to you, what do you suggest all the corporates that they can secure themselves? Like a kind of a firewall needs to be introduced, or what kind of system can be introduced to secure from our side?
See, ma'am, see, to be frank, see, nowadays we cannot tell which software, how to procure. You know your system, customer know their system, customer know the business, how critical it is. So based on that, they have to invest some IT infrastructure basically and make them protect. Even though even the Infosys, Wipro, so much big IT company, they have separate cyber security system, but still there may cyber attack may happen because see their hacker job is to only purely the 24 hours they sit and hack the each and every company. It's not like that one company can be hacked immediately. Okay, for each and every hack, the hacker will enter in the system and he will watch minimum 100 days. He'll watch every complete information of your company what they are doing. You'll wait for 100 days minimum. Then
Sir,
only
that's
you'll
what, sir. In the IT companies, if a hacker is watching for 100 days, then definitely for a IT company, there will be some source where it will be a triggering point to the IT
yes,
segment or IT
yes,
sector
ma'am.
to tell them that somebody is watching you.
Yes, ma'am.
It
See,
may not be
this
into the
can
insurance industry or any financial company industry,
yes.
but definitely for an IT company, if somebody is walking without the permission for 100 days, then definitely there will be a call out for a
I'll tell
IT
you.
company. So, what
I'll,
kind of
I,
source?
I'll explain it.
Huh,
I'll
sir.
explain that one. Sure. See, basically, ma'am, see what will happen. See, you assume your your IT structure is well equipped. You put all firewalls, antivirus, cyber security, everything you are taken under control. Okay, but still every 15 days, you see, as a company like Bajaj Alliance, we see every day that what is a screensaver. Screensaver in our system will automatically come. You should not go any fishy mails. Okay, unwanted mails, should not open it like that. You have to educate your employees. So purely you have to educate your employees. If you unrelevant mails you receive, you should open it or you should not open the file. Okay, once you open the file, automatically you give a some loophole to the hacker, so he will get into a system and he will watch. He doesn't know whether you are watching or nobody knows it. Okay, so you have to train your employees and you have to there's IT policies for every company is there. Every company has IT policy. That means every 15 days or every 1 month you have to update your firewalls. You have to update your patches. You have to remove all unwanted files in your system. This has to be practiced in a very rigid manner. Then only it can be arrested. Otherwise, there is no control. We cannot say that I'm very good IT control. Nobody can hack. Nobody can say it. It's purely a
Um,
company has to educate the employee, stating that you should not see any unwanted files. You should not browse unwanted website. Okay, most of the companies should log the unwanted website. They should give access only to the business related website.
Sure, sir.
Through this way only they can
One
protect.
more question, sir. I would like to know there are so much of virus and viruses are there.
Yeah.
Which is there anything to know that yes, this virus is particularly for this segment of the business, like worms is there, spyware, Trojan, virus. So these are all the viruses are there. It is anything particularly like for IT company, a spyware is a very dangerous thing, or for a financial industry company, Trojan is a very suspicious thing. It is like that.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is a every virus is an important thing only. It's not like that. This is best. This is not best. Okay. Every that's why before that, yeah, as I said, every there's a periodic time is that to update the patches, update antivirus. Everything has to be run as a period in a period of time. Failing which, even though you have best antivirus, the virus will attack will happen.
Can you give me a brief about the active cyber attacker or and a passive cyber attacker?
Just hold on. Ma'am, actually, ma'am, this is see, we are not a cyber expert. Actually, this is done. If you want a special session, I will arrange you
Okay,
with
okay.
your cyber security team. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, not a problem. Thank you.
Hi Santosh, Devkumar from Fitleaf.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
I just wanted to ask one question. Like as you mentioned in a call, like there is a fraud website, so to the payment. So if you do the payment in a fraud website, like assume that if I lost 50,000 of rupees amount, then how can I claim that amount?
Sir, actually, sir, basically, I tell you, see, there is a cover called hacker theft. Okay, assume that there's a fraud website. Okay, what will happen? The hacker will hack your system. Okay, and he'll go to your bank account and alter the details. Okay, assume your example, you are going to pay you are going to pay some basket option insurer some payment, premium payment. Okay, you are paying some money every month, some fees you are paying. Example. Okay, so you what you save in your system, your bank account basket option you save. Okay, but the hacker, what will do? He'll alter the bank account number. Okay, every time you will not see the bank account number. Just you select the basket option and say send the money. Okay, but this hacker will alter the account details. Okay, so that the amount will not go to basket option. It will go to the hacker, some other third party. Okay, here you see financial loss that can be covered under this cyber policy. But one thing, sir, since cyber policy is a corporate cyber, you cannot claim a small amount. Okay, here the
No,
minimum claim amount on cyber, I tell you, the minimum claim amount on the cyber is minimum, that is in the industry is 2 crore. The maximum is around more than 120 crores. Okay, so the policy deductibles, each and every policy is a deductible. That means minimum amount you have to bear, then only the insurance company will pay. Like that,
no.
in cyber policy, the minimum deductible, that is insurance has to bear, is 20 lakhs. So the
It is
policy minimum deductible 20 lakhs. Anything above
it
20
is
lakhs only the insurance company will be payable.
it is only for a corporate policy, or you can buy individual also.
So we have individual policies. We already have individual policy, but at present we stopped that product because we are revamping the product. We come with additional features which may launch in first week of April, sir. This is for individual, where you individual losing money, say in bank, some phishing call, spoofing call. Though the individual
Okay.
losing money, there you can take your policy for individuals through Basket options.
Now, do you have idea about a individual policy?
Yes, sir. See, there are also similar kind of coverage there. Where, see, assume you're getting a bank call, some call from your bank or a message from your bank, your credit card or debit card number going to lock immediately. Kindly share your details. Something you immediately what will happen? Basically,
My question.
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
My question: if I make a payment through fake, website, so
Yeah.
as I told you, if I lost, 50K, so that
Yes.
amount, how can I claim? That
For
amount
individual
has
side, yeah. If you have individual side policy, you can claim, sir.
that is what. How can I claim? What's documents, or whom should I
So you have
reach
to
out?
again first you have to file a FIR or CSR. Okay, that you have to show. Then or again our investigation team come into picture. They will see whether your loss actually loss amount with the fraudulent tractor. Then we'll pay the amount, sir.
How many days it will take to reimburse the claim?
Yes, sir, we'll again, what, sir? Again, so once the our forensic agent or our consultant agreed that is yes, cyber attack, some wrongful transaction happened, then immediately we'll pay, and we'll see all. See, if the cyber expert tell yes is a payable claim, then we'll pay within maximum 10 days time, sir.
How your cyber expert will get to know that whether it is a
Again,
payable or it is not
they will
payable?
go that's their trick, sir. They will do that. Okay, so they will check your complete details. Okay, they will take your system in control. They see what message you received, how you transferred, everything they'll see.
Okay. No, my question is, if I make a payment, like as I told you, like
Hmm.
through payment link
Yeah.
from the fake website, like your colleague has told,
Yes.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon, like on there is a payment like fake website. If I make payment
Yes.
through the fake website, so it
Assume,
will be
yeah,
fake
I'll
one,
tell you.
right? Fraud
I'll tell you
website
example,
only,
sir.
no?
I'll tell you example. Okay. Assume you're paying some premium to Bajaj Alliance. Okay. Generally, our
Mhm.
Bajaj Alliance per mail come like bajajalliance.co.in. BAJAJALLIANZ .co.in. Okay. How the mail come to you? Bajaj Alliance, either BAJAJALLIANC, that was Alliance. Okay. .co.in. The small change you will get, you will might not notice. Or you will receive bajajalliance.com. Okay, that
Mhm.
also you unable notice. Okay, you said this is a legitimate customer where we can pay the premium. Okay, so this is an example of the phishing. This is called spoofing as phishing, where you get like a original mail ID, like a original company, where you lose money. Here again, that's why, sir, you have to submit a CSR or IFR to us. Based on that, we'll appoint our expert consultant. They will come and see which system you have done this, which mail you received, and they finally come to know, yes, you are there's a fraud has been happened, you lost money, then we'll pay the amount, sir.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Just wanted to know.
Okay, Santosh sir, there is one question from Najma Sharif. What are the most common types of cyber attacks targeting businesses in India, and how have they evolved in recent years?
uh, yes, sir. See, actually, sir, the major concern here is, I told you, yeah, that see, our India as a mass data IT company, and we are handling mass data. Okay, assume it's a healthcare company, as a Santosh Rail healthcare company, a hospital, Apollo Hospital. Assume it's Apollo Hospital. Okay, where they have lakhs and lakhs of individual customer health customers ka data. Okay, assume there's a cyber happen. The issue is,
Uh-huh.
so I come with three things. One is privacy breach and data breach. Okay, somebody hacked your system and taken third-party personal information or any critical information. They let's see in India, even we basically say in India, even if somebody take our credit card details, also we least bothered. But outside India, see in India, most of the IT companies are working projects on outside India only. Outside India,
Correct,
they are very critical, very dangerous
correct,
actually. Okay,
correct.
for there is a law firm in outside India very high compared to India. Okay, where what they will do if they come to know is a mass cyber attack happen, they will form a forum. Okay, they will say, okay, 25,000 data has been stolen. They will contact all 25,000 customer and they say, okay, I will help you in getting a claim for each and the cyber attack has happened. Your data has been breached. Okay, and you have to claim against the company. Okay, again
Mhm,
they will guide the customer, the 25,000 customers. They put a mass claim. The claim will come
mhm,
like a 5 million, 10 million US dollars or 20 like that. Okay, if it that is one thing. If it happen, I see whether the defense cost. First, the policy will pay the defense cost. The later about the law, Indian law and our outside India law, it will take some time to award for getting award for the court. But from the day one, defense cost is there. We have to appoint a defense our lawyer in India. At the same time, said the defense, if they put a case from outside India, we have to appoint one more lawyer there to take care of the local thing. Okay, both the lawyers we have to pay. Assume the case
correct.
running for a 6 month. 6 month, there are 15 hearings has happened. The 15 hearings, the advocate will charge $100,000. $100,000 we have to pay. Then the final award amount we have to pay. That's one thing. Second thing, after this hack, what happened? The system will the business will not run. Okay, for 1 week or 10 days, you will lose a
Mhm,
loss of profit. This loss profit
correct.
will be lost. That loss of profit, that is as per gross profit. As per what is the gross profit? That gross profit will be paid till that system get to would come into original position to complete 100% 100% working condition. Till such time, we'll pay the business loss also. Second thing,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
third thing, reputational risk. Because of the cyber attack, any reputational risk has happened. That reputational claim also we will pay. Again, once the cyber attack has happened, okay, the fourth thing which would happen to restore the system to working back to a original condition. To what all the you have to update your softwares, you have to have to update a license. For that, some additional fees will incur. Okay, that fees, additional cost will pay.
Correct. So all this is taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So there's one last question from Mohammed Afroz. In this insurance, are lawyers' fees also covered? I mean, I guess the legal
Yes, sir. I told you defense cost, sir. The defense cost is covered.
defense costs, yes, that's also paid, right?
Yes, payable.
It's all taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So thank you to both Santoshes from Bajaj Alliance. It's been a very informative and interactive session. Lots of participation from the people who had registered and come online. I thank all of you all for the wonderful um, participation, and thanks to Bajaj Alliance once again for having spent their very valuable time coming on the webinar and giving all our participants a lot of inputs on cyber insurance and its critical necessity. Thank you to all the participants. We are sharing a feedback form. We would like all of you all to please click on the link and give us your feedback, because this would help us in improving our webinars as we go on. We will be coming in with a lot more other webinars on different other insurance products that are critical to businesses. So please do fill in the forms and share it with us. We would be very happy to have your feedback. That's a sort of encouragement to all of
Yes,
you
sir.
here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Basket Option, to giving us opportunity to present this cyber insurance to through you. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure to have you on board also, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.